My name is Philippe Marceau. I'm from the Bronx, New York. As long as I can remember, I knew that I was different. I knew that I was gay. Growing up and attending an all-boys Catholic high school, it was something that was impossible to ignore, always there, right in my face. One teacher would often begin class by asking, "Which actress do you want to marry?" That was tough for me as a gay teen. I didn't want to compromise myself by lying, but I also didn't want to out myself, especially at that age. It was a constant balancing act. During the summer between my sophomore and junior year, I had the chance to go to Italy. It was my first time studying abroad and an opportunity to embrace independence. One defining moment came as we left the Colosseum. Walking away, I saw two men kissing. It was such a simple, ordinary thing, and yet it struck me deeply. The world kept turning. No one stopped, no one stared. It just was. That moment planted a seed of courage in me. On that same trip, I decided to confide in one of my friends from school. One evening at the hotel, I told him, "I have something to tell you." "What is it?" he asked. "I'm gay." His response was so casual, "Okay. So, what else did you want to tell me?" It was a non-issue for him, and his acceptance gave me my first real sense that it was okay to be myself. When I returned from Italy, it was the start of my junior year. I was newly out, at least to myself and a few close friends, and no longer denying who I was. One night, while watching American Idol with my mom, I decided to come out to her. I explained how I had developed close friendships with other students, some of whom were also gay. Then I told her, "I'm gay." Her response was immediate and heartfelt, "I know." She said she was happy that I could be myself, but she also admitted feeling sad. She understood the challenges that came with being gay in our society. Her love and support, however, meant everything to me. As graduation approached, I knew I wanted a fresh start. I chose Wesleyan as my college. For the first time, I found myself in a space where people arrived already out, embracing their identities openly. The campus was alive with a sense of freedom that I can only describe as queer joy. At Wesleyan, I began dating someone from that small circle of friends from high school. It felt liberating to be open about my relationship and to share my feelings and struggles with friends who genuinely understood. For the first time, I didn't feel othered. My friends accepted me fully, in a way that some of my high school teachers could never have done. After graduating, I joined the New York City Teaching Fellows program. When I became a teacher, I reflected deeply on my own experiences as a student. I wanted to be the kind of teacher I had needed but didn't have. I made a conscious effort to introduce my students to diverse voices, especially queer authors and trans writers. It was important for them to see that these stories mattered, that these lives mattered. One day, a student came out to me. I reassured him, saying, "It's okay to be who you are. No one has the right to question your identity." In that moment, I realized I had become the teacher I once longed for. I had created a space where someone felt safe enough to be themselves. If I could speak to my younger self, I would say this: don't betray your authenticity. It might bring challenges, but it will also be your greatest gift.